Hi, everyone. My name is Bob Warner, and welcome to the new vlog cast from Peace Pentagon Hub. The Peace Pentagon is a conference and training center for progressive programs and sacred activism. The Peace Pentagon is located on the beautiful Oracle Institute campus in Independence, Virginia. And our Hub vlogs focus on the various sectors of society where each day synergistic solutions are emerging to help us build a new world. Today, I'm doing a Peace Pentagon vlog for the economics and business sector. And with me is Eric Stetson, who is a thought leader in this sector. He is the founder and CEO of Manna, which was originally launched as GrantCoin in 2015. He's also an author, an editor, a public speaker, and a website developer, and in my view, an aspiring dancer. Sorry, I had to say it, Eric. In 2014, Eric was part of a core team of the Solar Coin project, through which he gained experience in blockchain technology and cryptocurrency space. So welcome, Eric. So glad to be with you today.
Great to be here, Bob.
Thank you. Well, this is very exciting, our conversation today, as we explore with Eric the concept of universal basic income and a disruptive technology-enabled solution using cyber or cryptocurrency and blockchain solutions. This is a lot to cover in just a few minutes, but what's essential is for us to share the basic understanding for novices, which is most of us, and pointers as to where we can go to learn a lot more and how to get involved. So mannabase.com is an online platform for the world's first universal basic income cryptocurrency. Manna is distributed by the People's Currency Foundation as a basic human right that every person in the world is eligible to receive for free. Founded in 2015, Manna has achieved milestones in cryptocurrency movement as the first blockchain-based currency to be created and distributed by a tax-exempt nonprofit organization, and the first to be the first digital currency to implement a universal basic income as its primary method of distribution. So let's unpeel this a little bit, Eric. Folks certainly can learn more about the history and the details of Manna at your website, but let's start with the vision of Manna. What is the problem that Manna was created to solve, and what are the organization's primary goals?
Yeah, absolutely. So in a nutshell, the major economic problem that we have in the world is inequality. Only 62 people in the entire world own half the wealth of the world. It's a shocking statistic, and here's an even more shocking statistic, that over 3 billion people in the world, almost half the human population, is living on less than $2 a day.
Wow.
So this is an unimaginable level of economic inequality that exists in the world, and it leads to all kinds of social problems around the world. The lack of economic opportunity for a huge swath of the human population leads to problems such as terrorism because of young people that have no economic opportunities, and so they get involved in organizations like ISIS. It leads to mass migration and refugee crises as people are fleeing the parts of the world where there simply is not enough economic resources to provide jobs and opportunities. And so if we want to have a more stable world, a more just world, a world where human beings are filled with hope and optimism for the future instead of fear and anger, then we have to create a more equitable economic system. So Manna is a monetary system, an actual currency that is systematically structured to try to reduce the problem of economic inequality and intergenerational poverty throughout the world. That is the problem that we're trying to solve, and we're doing it through building a new currency, a new global currency for the people of the world that is structured in an equitable way according to the human rights principle of universal basic income. that every human being has a human right to access to the money supply in order to have economic opportunity and not to fall below a certain basic level of economic resources to survive.
Wonderful, thank you. And this is a fascinating. It's a fascinating concept that more of us that have more than sufficiency, financial sufficiency and security in our lives need to be aware of and how to solve it. We were recently at the Unrig the System conference in New Orleans, and there were entire lectures on the subject of basic income, universal basic income. So this understanding of the need is becoming more and more. It's fantastic that Manna is a part of that, and more significantly, a part of the solution. This whole idea of cryptocurrency, cybercurrency, blockchain technology, and that sort of thing is still a mystery and misunderstood or not understood at all by the majority of us. So if you would, you're very familiar with it, of course. And so if you would, why don't you describe what cryptocurrency and blockchain technology is? Take a moment or two to describe that to us, or describe it to me as if I were a fifth grader.
Sure. Okay, so we already send a lot of money, between people in transactions using electronic methods like credit cards and debit cards, and also online tools such as PayPal. So people are already familiar with the idea that money can just be electronic data that gets transmitted instead of having to be a physical thing on paper. Now, what cryptocurrency is a new technological innovation that enables money to be sent electronically anywhere in the world instantaneously or within just a couple of minutes for an extremely low fee, a much, much lower fee than the prevailing existing systems for sending money electronically around the world. The fee to use for just about any cryptocurrency that exists, and there's hundreds of them, the fee is orders of magnitude smaller than it is for credit card processing or for bank wire transfers, which is one of the main methods to send money internationally. Another aspect of cryptocurrency is the fact that it's not centrally controlled by an institution like a bank. So the way the technology actually works is that people all over the world are using computing power to process the transactions whenever people are sending money using a cryptocurrency. And so the transactions are processed in sort of a cooperative way by all of these different people contributing their computing power to that process. And so it's decentralized. Another feature is that because it's not controlled by a bank, the transactions are actually being recorded in a public ledger that is based on the consensus of all of this computing power in the network to verify transactions. And a transaction doesn't actually get processed and doesn't make it into the public ledger, which is called the blockchain, until enough of that computing power has verified and confirmed that it's a real transaction. And that's to ensure that the system is secure and that funds won't be lost or double spent. So it really is an amazing new technology, and it's being applied in a lot of different ways, not only with money, but also this same technology can be used in a lot of different social innovations. It could be used for voting systems and governance for organizations. It can be used for all kinds of different ways where information needs to be sent among different people and organizations in a secure way and in a private and anonymous way, without needing verification from some kind of central organization. So that's kind of the key innovation of cryptocurrency. And when it comes to money, it's really a quantum leap forward in what we can do with money, because the ability to send money all over the world for extremely low cost and very, very quickly and easily using any device like a computer or smartphone is a revolutionary development in the history of money and how money works.
Wow. Thank you. This is exciting. We're living in exciting times in that way, in this technology being beginning to be applied. Where would you send people? Obviously, the Manna resource, the Manna base has the information about cyber currency and cryptocurrency and whatnot on it. Are there any other resources, trusted resources you would send people to if they want to understand more about the history, the credibility? We see a lot of headlines that can be scary in both a positive and negative way about cryptocurrency. Do you have other resources that you would send people to in addition to your own website to learn more specifically about blockchain technology and cyber currency?
There are an increasing number of articles being written about it, incredible publications about economic issues. Really, there are a number of resources out there now. Cryptocurrency is starting to go mainstream, and major financial periodicals and websites that are covering new technologies and economic issues are now covering cryptocurrency on a regular basis. There's also books being written about it, and I'm actually in the process of writing my own book about the subject to try to explain both the technology as well as the social implications for how we can make a better world through this technology. And that book hopefully will be coming out in the summer or the fall of this year. I just say that people should do their own due diligence. There's a lot of resources already available out there to learn about Bitcoin and Ethereum and the various other many cryptocurrencies and what the technology is and how to use it and the importance of it. I would also say that my organization will be launching another website soon at peoplescurrency.org. It's not yet launched, but will be possibly even by the time that this video is published, where our educational and charitable nonprofit organization that created the Manna project will be publishing a lot of information about cryptocurrency and trying to educate people about it, creating a lot of educational resources. Because that's one of the purposes of our project, is not only to promote our own currency, but to promote the idea of people-powered and people empowering new currencies. That technology it's not just about cool technology, that we can make the world a better place through this technology, and we want every ordinary person to learn about it and understand the incredible potential of this technology to change the world for the better.
Wonderful. Thank you. And thank you for the added resource. I assume that the links to the People's Currency Foundation people would be able to find that off of mannabase.com.
Yeah, absolutely. So our main website, and this is where you can actually sign up to receive the universal basic income distribution of our currency, is at mannabase.com, MANNABASE.com. And you can go there and sign up. The process is pretty easy and pretty user-friendly. But we actually just launched just recently, and we're growing at an incredibly fast rate. We're getting several hundred new people signing up every day, and we're now up over 18,000 people that are signed up on our email list. And a lot of those people are completing the whole sign-up process and signing up, to receive the currency.
So this is this Manna base is the place for people to go, whether they're interested in learning about the concept for education, whether they're interested in being investors or supporters of the activity and the movement, or as those that want to sign up to receive universal base income and to qualify and apply for that. Correct?
Yeah, that's correct. And we're going to be increasingly providing a lot more information about also the concept of universal basic income and why that's important, and more about cryptocurrency. There's already a lot of information available on the website. We have for that want to really do their research and due diligence. We have a 32-page white paper about the Manna project and about the Manna-based platform as well, which goes into a lot of detail about the history of the project, how it has developed over the last 3 years, and what our future plans are. There also is information through the website about how to invest for people that want to buy the currency. And that can be done either through an online public exchange where the currency trades. It also can be done through we have an organization called Manna Inc., which is responsible for the technological development of our platform. And Manna Inc. is raising capital in private off-market deals through selling Manna to interested investors. And so we actually have raised about $60,000 already in the past month. So that's going very well. There's a lot of interest in what we're doing, and it still is really at the very, very early stages. I would say that, Bitcoin in 2010, most people were skeptical about it originally, and look at it where it is now. We're almost $10,000 per Bitcoin.
Wow.
Now, having said that, we don't really promote our project so much as an investment product. We promote it more as a way to do good in the world by creating a better monetary system. Most cryptocurrencies are heavily promoted by the organizations or founders, really as mostly speculative investments. Right. We really try to stay away from that. Right. We believe the value in the Manna project comes from building a huge user base of people all over the world, of every race, ethnic group, religion, national background, and every economic class, who are all able to use a currency that empowers human beings in general, a currency that is truly of the people, by the people, for the people. And that's why we call our organization the People's Currency Foundation, because we really are truly trying to create a people's currency that empowers the people of the world, everyone, including the people that live in mud huts in Africa.
Wonderful. Well, thank you. And thank you for that distinction. It's very important for all of us to understand what this project is about, and all the mechanics and all the work that's been done by you and your colleagues is about doing good for the whole. And we really appreciate it. This is just a fascinating movement to address one of the world's biggest problems of wealth and income inequality. And
if I may say one more thing, this is an important point that I think I would really like people to know, is that one of the distinctions between Manna and really almost all currencies is that we actually use most of the value that we receive as donations to our 501c3 tax-exempt nonprofit organization to help back the value of the currency. And there's really hardly any other cryptocurrencies that even are distributed for a charitable purpose by a charity. Mm-hmm. Manna is, and we actually help to back the value of using money that people donate to the charity. Mm-hmm. Even though the currency trades on the free market and it is an investment, it also is something that, if you believe in our charitable mission, you can make a tax-deductible donation and help the recipients around the world, like those people living in mud huts in Africa, or children that don't have economic opportunity. Children are also going to be eligible, actually, for our universal basic income, and they will receive that when they turn 18. They'll have a large savings account of Manna that they can use to get an education or to build a business or whatever they want to do in their life. You donate to the People's Currency Foundation, your donation is going to be used to ensure that currency has value on the market for the people that are receiving it as a charitable gift.
Good. Thank you. I appreciate you getting that extra footnote in. Well, Eric, bless you and the Manna leadership and the investors, which include my wife and myself, on this journey towards this solution. What's the best way for people to learn more? Obviously, go to mannabase.com or get involved, or if they want to contact you directly. Would that be through the website as well?
Yeah, that would be through the website as well. We're reaching the point of growth where everything has to be, all the communications have to now be filtered through assistants and various team members, because we get an incredible amount of communication with our growth rate being so rapid as it is now. But I certainly would love to talk to anyone directly who is interested in helping this project in really major ways. Like, for example, if you have a business, if you have a socially responsible company and you want to accept the currency as a payment option, or if you have a charity that you're involved in and you want that charity to allow people to donate in the form of Manna currency, or if you're an accredited investor or qualified investor and you want to invest significant amounts of capital into the project to enable us to continue to scale up and develop our platform, I would be more than happy to speak with anyone. The way to initiate that would be to email us at mail@mannabase.com, or you can go to the website, and there's also a contact form as well on there.
Wonderful. So, thank you. Thank you.
I look forward to anyone who wants to reach out to us.
Thank you, Eric. It's been a delight. It's really been a pleasure in exploring the economics and business sector today and the critical work that's being done by Eric Stetson and his colleagues. Again, the website is www.mannabase.com. And you can also learn more about the Peace Pentagon Hub by visiting peacepentagon.net. There you'll find important action events and critical news to support our mission, which is that of protecting the truth, sharing the love, and following the light. And finally, if you're interested in volunteering for the Peace Pentagon Hub or in living in a full-time in a micro-community comprised of cultural creatives, we invite you to contact us through either the Hub website or to check out the Valley of Light community at www.theoracleinstitute.org. So with that, I wish you a very blessed day, Eric. Thank you so much for being with us and sharing all of this amazing information of good that's happening in the world.
Thank you very much, Bob. I really appreciate the opportunity to speak with you today.
Thank you.